Alright, in this video, I'll be commentating on a match that I have in this new account, and I'll be commentating and exploring some gameplay and strategy for early stages matchups such as this. Welcome to the channel, Chasao here, in another episode for the new Player's Guide series. In this matchup, we are using USA and we're up against Germany, and as you could have seen just now in the loading page, it's really a bad matchup for us. We will lose in all tier in units matchup as well as levels. So yeah, it's bad. The only thing that I have an advantage is that I may know how to play the game a little bit more than my opponent. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So I went straight to capture both crates, and you can see just now my matchup one-on-one against the Volks is not to my favor, and so I needed two riflemen to go up against that one Volks. But now opponent has sent a Jaeger. Oops, rifleman down. So this is, yeah, I can't have head-to-head matchups or battles against opponent's units, so I have to play a little bit smarter using buildings and going 2v1 and more. But yeah, opponents seem to retreat early, so that's good. And you can see just now, once I have enough resources, immediately to upgrade the resource points to gain more resources. And so if you notice the deck earlier on, for this deck that I'm playing, our winning condition would be if we can reach tier 3, and since we are using USA, we can upgrade to tier 2 and tier 3 quicker because it is cheaper. And yeah, so here I was playing a bit more aggressive, trying to harass opponents' points and forcing them to engage, but then yeah, retreating. And so here I managed to capture opponent side's resource point, and the plan was to upgrade it into anti-infantry so that at least I have that point for vision. And yeah, so back about winning condition for this deck was to reach tier 3 and then try to apply more pressure then. And before that, you can see in tier 2 we don't have anything really useful. Opponent has the Panzer III and the Panzerjäger, all to which can counter all of our units. So yeah, that's why I was aiming for tier 3. But then now that I think about it, I should have tried to end the game as soon as possible rather than dragging to tier 3, because opponent has Panther and it is higher level, or yeah, I think higher level but maxed out training, so it still can counter the heavy tank that we have quite well. So yeah, so here I upgraded the tower into anti-vehicle upgrade actually. So this upgrade is more useful. It can damage both infantry and tanks, and is cheaper. Not the anti-tank upgrade is, oh wait, observation tower don't have anti-tank option. Yeah, so this one is just yeah, anti-infantry, anti-vehicle, and vision upgrade that provides extra vision. And you can see, so this matchup, if the opponent watch my Germany faction review, he would know that if he were to just build a lot of Jaegers, I would be in a lot of trouble. And oops, looks like this light tank is dead. Too slow. I've not been using light tank much, so don't really know how to use them and can't estimate their turning speed and all that. So yeah, here we have 2 Jaegers up against 1 flamethrower. So the way I play USA, I like to use the second general ability as soon as it is available, and yeah, because I prefer knowing what's going on in the map. I know I know some players who rather keep it until when they are going for an assault, or when opponent seems to be initiating an assault, then no need to activate it so as to have vision of what is going on. But yeah, I don't know, I guess this is just my game style. So here we have opponent's units called in from reinforcement. Panzerjäger level 1 doing some damage to the tower. Here, yeah, so you can see just now the 2 Jaegers can kind of secure one lane on their own. So this one, whenever there's a crate, we should always go and capture it. Free resource, you know, why not go grab it? And so yeah, actually I was planning to drag the game into tier 3 so as to be able to build heavy, which we are able to build now. And so let's see how things go. Engineers to repair our tower, and yeah, HMAG is a big problem for us. The light tank can't do much, and so this is another thing that you can do when direct strike is ready, to bomb buildings that are under construction, as they can take the building out if they are not completely done, or I think around half HP the direct strike can destroy the building completely. And we want to do this because it will be able to kind of disrupt opponent's economy, as you will be kind of throwing opponents 300 or 150 resource into the trash. You know, they tried to build that building structure and it got destroyed before it could do anything. So that is a good move to consider. And so yeah, so now we have the heavy tank out. I'm feeling a bit more safe and secure that whenever opponent is to initiate an assault, at least we can tank for a while with the heavy tank here, extra long HP. So at this point, since I reached tier 3 and this is our winning condition, that's how I thought of, you know, initiating an assault. So I built a light tank for support, even though not much of a support, but that's all we have. So there we go. So you can see that there's a Panzerjäger at the back, so that's what we should go for first. Jaegers don't do that much damage to the heavy tank, and you can see opponent has activated the defensive artillery, trying to stop my heavy tank from approaching Panzerjäger. This is a good move by opponent, and then reversing the Panzerjäger. That's a good move. However, I don't know, I'm feeling overconfident driving in my heavy tank into the defensive artillery and trying to take out the Panzerjäger. You can see heavy tank, even though it has a lot of HP and even though it is higher levels than the Panzerjäger, but heavy tank don't deal much damage, and so that's why you need to have support with the tank. So here, yeah, opponent built another Panzerjäger, and this one is level 2, and so the heavy tank will go down. Retreat. So yeah, so you can see here how bad light tank is. Can't even take out the Panzerjäger. Oh, I miss Sherman. We need the Sherman, but this is, yeah, the deck that you will get when you are a new player. So this is roughly yeah, some of the things that you can think of doing. So actually one mistake that I done in this match is, you can see the resources that I have is quite high, and so what I should have done earlier is to build more pillbox and to upgrade them into either anti-infantry or anti-vehicle upgrade, and that would be pretty decent in defending our strategic points and resource points. So you can see here, even after building the heavy tank, I still have 1500 resources available. So yeah, I could have done that earlier. Thankfully, I think opponent is also still quite new to the game, and so he didn't really initiate any aggressive assault, even though he had the level advantage and also unit advantage and also faction advantage. Yeah, so here, yeah, using direct strike whenever I can on tanks and vehicles and units. And yeah, you can see opponent's micro has a lot of improvement that can be done. So here, yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, I guess I was feeling a bit too confident now having my tier 3 out, and then opponent also built his Panther now. So you can see this is what I mean. Even though my winning condition was to have the heavy tank out, but opponent's deck really countered my deck very hardly. So you can see this Panther is dealing a lot of damage to my heavy tank, and then the Panther was supported by the Panzerjäger as well. So even though I had an engineer at the back trying to repair the heavy tank, it is still taking a lot of damage. And yeah, so here upgrading the pillbox, and yeah, so at this point I think opponent was not applying pressure to the strategic points, and so the victory points was just ticking away against the opponent, and heavy tank gonna die. And so yeah, in this match it was quite one-sided because of opponent not going to capture the strategic points. And yeah, so this is the match. I think it will be ending soon, around 30 victory points left. And so I think my mistake was also to go and assault the opponent's base. Even though I didn't have to, I could just stick to defending the strategic points. But I guess another way of seeing it is that by assaulting the opponent's base, you kind of force the opponent to stay and defend the base rather than go and capture the points. And so yeah, this is another strategy. And so there you have it. This is the matchup. Hopefully you learned something from this match and you find it useful. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. All this helps support the channel. And yeah, the next matchup I will be using Germany, and we'll see what we can do with the early deck that is being given by the game. Alright guys, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.